Good morning, everyone. My name is Mayur Salunke. I am from Mumbai support team. So today's our webinar topic is on Spider 5.2 new features. Okay. So first we will look for which new features which we have added in our 5.2 new version. So the new feature first we have added is on volume display. Okay. So we will go to our software. Here, as we can see, earlier in 5.1 version, we were able to see a stick volume. Now we have converted it in a bar volume. Okay. So there are three different types which we have added in volume. So what are those? So if I click on this volume tab and then we move to display. So here we have draw style. So the first draw style, as we can see, is volume own color. So what does that mean? So it will compare the current volume bar with the previous volume bar. Okay. If the current volume bar is greater than the previous volume bar, then the volume bar will be shown in a green color. Okay. Or here, as we can see, if the current volume bar is lesser than the previous volume bar, then it will be showing in a red color. So in the previous 3 days, as we can see, the volume is continuously increasing. This is on the Nifty futures chart. Okay. In the same way, we move to the next option in volumes. So the second option in volume, here we have the line color. Okay. So as I click on modify, so here we can see the volume in a line chart. Okay. Now in volume we have third option, that is for the volume price color. So what does this mean? So if your price is closing in a red color or bearish, so the volume will be shown in a red color. If your price is closing positive, then it will be shown in a green color. So these are the three types which we have added in this volume chart. Okay. Next feature which we have added, that is for the chart period, the control I option. Okay. So when we mention control I, we get this pop-up. So this is for the chart period selection. So on the top we can see we have intraday time frames. On the bottom we can see the higher time frames greater than daily time frames. Okay. So here we have added one option, that is for the N. So what does that mean? It means that it combines the N daily bars into one bar. So what it means? Suppose if I want to combine 5 days into a single candle, so this option will help me to do that. Okay. So how can we do? So here, as you can see, we have this blank space. So here I can mention 5. Okay. And then I click on N. So as I click on N, so now each bar represents the 5 day. Okay. So how does this particular N option will help us? So it will help us to find what particular move is going on in the market right now. Because if we consider in a week, if we get a holidays, okay, so in a week we can get 3 days trading days or 4 trading days. Okay. But due to this option, it will combine the 5 specific days and show us a very proper path where the markets are moving. Okay. So this is the one option which we have added in a control I option. Next feature which we have added, that is the open interest chart. Okay. So here we go to this chart tab. After that, here we have open interest chart. Okay. So as I click on this chart, so here we can mention the underline. So let's say if I mention Nifty, so we can select the expiry. Right now I'm selecting the monthly nearest expiry. Here we can give the strikes between the range. Okay. So here we will consider 14,500 to 16,500. Okay. And then I click on refresh. So as I click on refresh, so here we have multiple buttons given up over here. Okay. The first button is representing current open interest. Okay. So this is showing me what is the current open interest in each and every strike prices. Okay. After that, we have previous day open interest. So what was the previous day open interest? If I want to compare previous day call and current day's call open interest, so I can click on this button. And as I take this cursor to this particular candle, so here I can see the details. So which strike it is and what was the previous day open interest, and this open interest is represented in lot size as we have mentioned it over here. Okay. And then here we have the current open interest. Okay. So now here we have one more option, that is from the difference from previous day. So this is basically OI change. How much open interest has been changed in that particular strike. Okay. So here we can easily identify at which strike the open interest has increased or they have exited that positions. Okay, so here we can see at 15,800 put writers have been exited and more put writers have added at 15,600. Okay, so this is what we are able to see. It's in a graphical format. If I want to see in a report format, so for that reason also we have provided this tab over here. Okay, and this data is samely represented over here on the graphical charts. Okay, next feature which we have added is the brick charts. Okay, we can even say as a Renko charts. So here we go to this charts, and in the same last we have the brick charts. So right now it is asking me the option for which particular stock if you want to watch out for brick chart. So let's say we will take in consideration for SBI. Okay, so as I click on SBI, so right now I am able to see the normal candlestick chart over here. Okay, so here we have the time frame selection, so I can select the daily time frame. Let's say right now it's from 2019. I will just go a bit lower, let's say from 2010. Okay, and now I just click on this refresh button. Okay, so if I want to change the box size, I can change the box size also over here. Okay, so now what does it is representing? If 21 rupees moves upper side in SBI, then it will be plotted in a green box. If it moves 21 rupees lower, then it will be plotted in a red box. Okay, so how much lesser box size which we can give, that is for the 1%. Okay, so right now SBI is at 437, so I can give minimum 4 rupees box size over there. Okay, and as I click on refresh, so we can see the software automatically has calculated and considered the 4.20, and here we can see the movement of the SBI. Okay, so this is the new option which we have added. After this we move to next feature. So after that we have NSE option chain. Okay, so here in reports we go to this NSE option chain. Okay, so this is the same option chain replica which we are able to see on a NSE website. Okay, so here we will mention underlying, let's say Nifty, where we consider the monthly expiry. Okay, and the same way we can mention the strikes between, as I said, let's say 14,500 to 16,500. Okay, and then here I mention strikes all, and then I click on refresh. So here we can see the data has been reflected. Now, as I click on this ascending format, so I will be able to see from 14,500 to 16,500 levels. Okay, and here as you can see, it's same as for the NSE website. Whichever strikes are in the money, those are highlighted over here. Whichever strikes are out of the money, those are unhighlighted. Okay, and then here we come to the display in grid. So first display here we can see that is for the LTP. Okay, that means the last traded price. So what is the last traded price for that particular strike? Okay, after that here we have the next option, that is for the bid and offer. So as right now the markets are closed and we have run the action replay, so here we are able to see 0, but in live market we will be able to see the bid and offer quantity also. Okay, after that we move to the next option, that is the Greeks. So here we are able to see Greeks for each and every strike price, the delta, gamma, theta, vega, and this keeps on updating in live market. Okay, after this we have implied volatility. Okay, so here we can see we have added one column, that is for the Black-Scholes column. Okay, so what does that mean? So if I want to know what is the theoretical price based on the Black-Scholes formula, that is also highlighted over here. Okay, so for the current strike price, let's say 15,700 call, we can see it is trading at 112. Okay, and here we can see Black-Scholes formula is saying that the call price should be at 171. Okay, what we can see over here that we are getting at a discounted rate. Okay, in the same way we can see for the put side. So here the particular put option is trading at 82 and its price should be at 120 rupees. And as well as I am getting the what is the delta and implied volatility involved in that particular strike. Okay, after this we have LTP2. So what does this LTP2 means? So if the premium, the 15,700 call premium is trading at 112, so in that particular premium, what is the intrinsic value involved in and what is the time value involved in it? Okay, and this also keeps on updating in live market. Due to this, you can consider which strike you should be considering. Okay. After this, we move to the next option, that is for the open interest. Okay, so here we have the open interest option. So we can see the current market price, the previous day's open interest. This is all reflecting in a lot size. So as we can see, we have mentioned tick over here. Okay, and then here we have the open interest and how much OI has been changed. Okay, after this we have the open interest too. So here we can see we have added one column, that is for the percentage change. How much open interest has been changed in a percentage terms. Okay, so this is the new feature which we have added in option chain report. Okay, after this we have market wide limit report. Okay, so what does that mean? So in reports we go to this market wide limit report. So now I just click on refresh. Okay, so earlier we were just providing the script name, market wide limit, open interest percentage, and right now we are providing the whole details about that particular stock. Okay, so here we are able to see the current futures open interest, the put open interest, the call open interest, and what is the put call ratio right now. Okay, and in the same way we are getting for the previous days. Okay, then here we can see we have the two highest open interest strikes in call side and two highest open interest strikes in put side. Okay. So for Aarti Industries, as you can see, the highest open interest in call, the first strike is at 1900, the second strike is at 1800. In the same way for the put side, we can see 1700 and the put side is at 1800. Okay, and here we are also providing the low rollover percentage. Okay, so this particular rollover percentage helps you when the monthly expiry comes nearby, or we can say a week before when the monthly expiry is there. Okay, and then here we can see the maximum pain. Okay, and if I put this report in a refreshment second, so in live market it will be keep on updating over here. Okay, after this we move to next, that is the what existing features we have modified. Okay, the first feature modification which we have done, that is in the comparative open interest charts. Okay, so here we go to this charts, then here we have comparative open interest charts. So I open up the new one. Okay, so earlier we have to select the we have to add manually multiple strike prices, right? But right now we have added one option, that is for the select multiple NSE derivatives. Okay, so as I click on this select multiple NSE derivatives, I got a pop-up. So here I can select the script. So I click on this select. Here I mention the index, that is the Nifty. I select the expiry, that is the nearest first. Okay, here I select the instrument, call and put both. Okay, now here we have the option, that option strike within 1% of the underlying price. Okay, so I click on this checkbox and then I click on show. So here I will get to see how which strikes are available in 1%. So here you have the freedom, you can select the which strikes you want to select. Okay, or let's say if you want to select all strike prices, then you can simply mention select all and then you click on add. Okay, so as you click on add, I just click on this quit, so we can see all the strike prices have added over here in a quickly way. Okay, so now in open interest data I will click on this intraday today. So here it will be showing me a charts for the intraday. Okay, let's say here I mentioned in a percentage terms changes. So here I will get to know how much open interest has been changed in a percentage term and in which particular strike price. Okay, now let's say if I want to analyze this particular each and every strike price on daily time frames. Okay, so here we have that option also. So we click on this end of the day, but as we can see we are able to see clusters of lines or open interests over here. So we have added one option, that is for the cumulative chart. So what does that mean? So it will combine all the call open interest and combine all the put open interest separately. Okay, so as I click on this cumulative chart, so we can see this green line is representing the call open interest, this red line is representing the put open interest. In the last few days, as we can see, the open interest in call side has been spiked up very speedily. So which we can also say that the call writers are more aggressive to the downwards comparing to the put writers. Okay, so if I want to do end of the day analysis using the option chain or strikes, so I can do this analysis also. Okay, After this, next option, next modification which we have done is in derivatives open interest report. Okay. So here we move to reports. Then here we have derivatives open interest report. I open up the new report. Okay. So it is similar as the earlier one. Only new option which we have added that is based on the absolute delta. So if I want to filter out the strikes based on its delta, so I can give a range over here. And on that basis, it can filter the strike prices over here. Okay. Same option which we have added over here, that is in the query. Here we go to this NSE derivatives open interest query. Okay. And as we can see, the same delta option we have added over here. Okay. Next modification which we have done, that is in the report designer. Okay. So here we go to this reports. We have report designer. So if I want to generate certain kind of reports, okay, so we can generate a report over here. For example, let's say we will just check out that in a specific group which stock has gained more or which stock has lose yesterday. Okay. So I go to this add new column. Okay. Here I select ROC, rate of change percentage. I go to this parameters. Here I mention ROC period 1. I mention average period as a 0. Here I go to this column. Okay. Then I am selecting ROC percentage and that is on the last bar. Okay. And then I click on add. Okay. So now here we have the freedom. We can select the exchange whole or a specific group. So we will select a specific group. So I go to this group. Okay. Here I drop down exchange defined NSE. We have one group that is for the NSE FO scripts. We will select that group. And now what changes which we have done, that this is a delivery percentage. Okay. If I want to find out stocks which are having a good delivery percentage, only those stocks should be listed in my group. Then we have that option. So here I mentioned delivery percentage that is greater than 10%. Okay. And now I click on run. Okay. So here we can see in total we are getting 154 scripts. Okay. And here we got the list of the stocks in it. And we can see, so if I filter on this tab, so Adani Ports is the stock which has which is in a minus. And in this way we can generate this report over here, and on this basis we can find out based on the delivery. Okay. After this, next modification which we have done, that is in a derivatives payoff calculator. Okay. So what difference we have made is over there. So in reports, here we go to derivative payoff calculator. Okay. So here we can see we have added two options, that is the interest percentage and volatility. So basically this payoff calculator is a theoretical type. Okay. So if we take a positions in options, okay, and how much, if we can control the volatility and even we can mention the interest rate over here, due to which we get a rough idea how much I will be in a gain or I will be in a lose. Okay. After this, we have added some studies. Okay. The first study which we have added, that is the delivery volume report. Okay. So earlier when we used to add study, okay, so we were having the delivery volume report in a stick format, but right now we can have a delivery volume in a bar format over here. Okay. So this is applicable only on the daily time frames. Okay. And in weekly time frame, as we move, it won't be applicable over there. Okay. So this delivery volume is applicable only on daily time. Next study which we have added, that is the for the option strategy. Okay. So if I want to apply some option strategy on the charts, so I can even do that. So I will show how can we do. So let's say we will move to Nifty charts. Okay. Here I go to add study. I mention O. So here we can see we have added total 10 option strategies over here. Okay, so we will do one thing. We will come on the intraday time frames. Here we go to options short straddle. If I want to select the option strategy which is for the short straddle, so we can select on this option strategy. We move to these parameters. So here we can change the expiry or strike prices, and here we have a question mark. So I can just bring this cursor over here. So how does this will help? It will let you know what this particular strategy is and what type of strategy it is, what will be your risk reward, and for what expectation you need to trade. So which means, let's say if you find that the markets are range bound, so this strategy is applicable for that. Okay, so in this way, right now I can select the strike price and I can click on this add. It is currently not applicable in all time frames, so we have to add on a specific time frame over there. So I click on add. So here we can see it has what it has done. So it has summed the 15,700 call and 15,700 put, and it is plotting me the chart over here. Okay, in the same way we have multiple option strategies added up over here. Okay, after this, next study which we have added, that is for the signal high volume candle. Okay, so what does that mean? So we will move again daily time frames. Okay, so if we are considering a 20 days average volume, okay, and for a specific day, if the volume moves by a certain times, then that particular candle should be highlighted to me on the charts. Then this study will help me over there. Okay, so here I mention S. Here we go to this high volume candle. We move to this parameters. Okay, so here we can see we are considering the average period volume for 20 days, or if you are on intraday time frame, then it will consider 20 candles. Okay, and here we can see volume factor. So this is basically times. Okay, that if there is a 5 times volume than a 20 days average period volume, then that particular candle should be highlighted for me. Okay, and now here we have added some more changes in this study, not only in this study, in each and every study. So here we move to display. So here we have added different types of styles. Okay, then here we have signal types also, then draw styles also. So if I want to plot that particular signal in a triangle, arrow, circle, then I can use that. Okay, so here right now I am selecting as an arrow, and then here even we can add the thickness of that specific study also over here. Okay, so right now I am keeping the study color as a green only. Okay, here I am mentioning in all time frames. I will just change the parameters from 5 times to 3 times. Okay, and then I click on add. So wherever I find a volume greater than 3 times, that particular candle will be shown over there, highlighted over there. So let's say we move on the daily intraday time frames. Okay, and right now we are on the Nifty futures, Nifty spot. We will move to Nifty futures chart. So here we can see this candle got a higher 3 times volume than the average 20 candles volume. Okay, in the same way, wherever on daily time frames or on whichever stock. So for example, let's say we will take an example of Adani. Okay, so Adani Enterprises. So here we can see it is highlighting me that specific candle. So on this candle we got a highest volume. Okay, so now there is some more changes what we can do over here. So as we can see, these arrows are plotted on the top of the candle. If I want this arrow to be plotted on the bottom of the candle, so I can click on this modify study. Here as we can see signal value. Okay, that's it is written as a numeric 1. So here I can change it to numeric 2. So because of which it will be plotted on the bottom of the candle, and then I click on modify. Okay, so in this way we can make these changes also. Okay, so this is the third study which we have added, and now from here we have changed. I have more changes in chart settings. Okay, so earlier what used to happen that whatever we want to make a chart setting, we have to do it from over here in settings and chart setting. But right now over here, as we can see, we have made the changes that these settings are applicable only for the new charts, not the current chart. Okay, if I want to make the changes in the settings for the current chart, then I have to right click on the charts, and here we have the option for chart settings. Okay, as we click on this chart setting, so we get this pop-up. Okay, so here we have different tabs given up over there. So the first tab is for the display, the second tab is for the options. Okay, so let's say if I click on the show up and then I click on set, so as we know that on the right hand side we get these strikes highlighted over there where we have the highest open interest, that we can enable it over there. Again I go for this right click, chart settings. Okay, then here we have the levels. Okay, then this is for the percentage level. So what does this mean? Suppose if in a specific intraday, okay, calculating from the previous close, if the current close moves above 8% or moves below 8%, or whatever percentage if you want to mention, then that particular on the intraday time frame, it will be shown in a dotted line or whatever style you want. Okay, so I will show the example in intraday diagram. Let's say here we take it as a 1%. Okay, the same way, and here I click on set. We will move to intraday diagrams. Okay, so and you just hide this. So here we can see, so this is the 1% range, the dotted line it is showing up over here. Okay, so here also we can see there are some two more dotted lines. So what are those? So I have made the changes, and what is that? So I right click over there, I go to this chart settings. Okay, in the levels only we have previous day levels. So I have marked that the previous day high and low should be also shown in a white color. So let's say I change it to the green. Okay, and I change this previous day to the red color. Okay, and if I want to change the style from dot to dash, I can even do that. Okay, and now I click on set. So here we can see the previous day high has been plotted in a green. Okay, and this dotted line is indicating the 1% from the previous close. Okay, so in this way we can make the changes over here in chart settings. Okay, so it we have for the levels, then we have for the gaps. So if I want to know where is the unfilled gap, fill gap, that also I can do. Okay, and there are some changes which we have made in a trend line. Okay, and what are those? So here on the right hand side we can see we have added two options, that is the show support levels and show resistance levels. Okay, so for that reason I will just come to the daily time frames. Okay, and here I click on this chart settings. Okay, the auto trend line show support and resistance level. So here I have selected support and resistance percentage for 1% swing. Okay, so it is considering the swing study. Okay, and here I'm just change it from 3%, and I want to check for the previous 10 swings. Okay, and then I click on set. So we can see based on the 3% reversal swing, we can see the previous tops. Okay, and in the same way we can see the bottoms also. So right now I will just change the script again. Okay, let's say we will take it for the SBIN. So here we can see due to this particular study we can find out where is the support zone. Okay, or if it breaks the previous top, then we can say it is creating a higher high, higher low formations. Okay. For the timing, as we can see, the SBIN has made a top over here in this region. So till that time it doesn't breaks this, it won't be have a big move coming up. And as it moves lower, so we can also say that this particular previous swing top will act as a support for SBIN. Okay. In the same way, so here as I have mentioned for the 10 swings, here if I want to increase, let's say if I want to make it for 30 swings for the previous, then also I can make it. And now I click on set. So as we can see, it is considering the previous 30 swings. Okay, so these are the new features which we have added. There are some new settings which we have done. Okay, and here we have done with our session. Okay, if you have any kind of doubts, if you want to clear some studies or some new features doubts, then you can directly contact us. This is our new number, that is 022 350 18383, and we are also having our WhatsApp number, so you can even also WhatsApp us on this number, and we have our email ID also, so you can even drop a mail on this email ID.